What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Talking Sports with TC. And on this episode, I'm going to talk about the upcoming NBA season. In the previous episode, I talked about the Eastern Conference and previewed that. Now I'm going to talk about the Western Conference and give you a brief preview of what to look for. As you all know, the Denver Nuggets are the defending NBA champions. They will raise their banner tomorrow when the season kicks off. They're still the team to beat in the West and possibly the whole league. They bring back the two-time MVP, Nikola Jokic, and a whole host of characters. Jamal Murray should be back 100%. should be back 100% healthy as well too. Other teams in the West you have to watch out for: Golden State, who just seems to getting older and older, but better and better the last couple years. Now you bring in future Hall of Famer and point guard Chris Paul. How is he going to fit with that roster with Steph, Dre, and Clay? You got the Lakers who, if they can get Anthony Davis to play at least 60 to 70 games this year, they could be formidable out. I'm not sure how much LeBron has in the tank, but given how he's been playing the last couple of years at a high level, including especially at his age, then wouldn't surprise me if he has another productive year and he's about to turn 40. Another team you better watch out for in the West, the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns made a couple big trades. First by sending DeAndre Ayton out to Portland. And then they bring in Bradley Beal to pair with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. So they do have a big three there in Phoenix. Now, as far as with the rest of that roster, they do have pieces that can fit around them. Now, whether that translates to success, that remains to be seen. Now, the Dallas Mavericks, with Kyrie Irving signing for another 3 years, now he has a full season to pair with Luka Doncic. Now, I'm curious to see how that pairing is going to unfold for a full season. When they brought him in from Brooklyn last year, it wasn't really a fit because either Doncic missed time or Irving missed a lot of time. But if these two guys are healthy, they can play at least 60 or 70 games together, then Dallas could be a team that gets a spot in the Western Conference. Memphis, with their situation with Ja Morant missing the first 25 games due to him being a knucklehead, but you bring in two solid defenders and Marcus Smart, who is one of the premier defenders in the league. Then you bring in Derrick Rose, who give them leadership and provide stability for that young Memphis Grizzlies team. Another team that could make some noise is the Rockets. The Rockets have drafted well the last couple years. Now you bring in a veteran point guard, Fred VanVleet from Toronto, and you bring in the league's most annoying agitator in Dillon Brooks from the Memphis Grizzlies. He might get them an edge, but he has to know how to play within the lines, which he does have a tendency to cross more often times than not. If these two can provide them stable veteran leadership, then the Rockets could improve the win total, maybe get a spot in the Western Conference play-in. But the biggest story in the West, in the entire league, has to be the debut of the most hyped-up prospect since LeBron James. I'm talking about Victor Wembanyama. Everybody knew that he was going to be the number one overall pick in the draft this past June. I've watched a couple of his preseason games, and he has looked very, very good. Now, can he sustain this level of play for 82 games this season? I don't know if he can. The NBA is the best league in the world. It is 2 tiers up above the French Pro A League. No disrespect to that league in France. It's actually one of the best leagues in Europe, but it's not the NBA. So he's going to be dealing with stronger, bigger, and faster, more athletic players in the NBA. His game can translate to today's NBA. Now, I am hopeful and I am confident that Wemby's going to have a productive career in the NBA for the next 10 to 15 years. But I need to see him do it on the court. And the more I see him do it on the court, if he does well, then him being the number one overall pick and being selected by San Antonio will be justified. So that's what to watch for in the West. Now, as far as with the team to beat in the West, it still has to be the Denver Nuggets. But the other teams that I just mentioned, they do have the opportunity to at least make some noise. The Sacramento Kings, no one wants to talk about them. They had an awesome season last year. First time they made the playoffs in 16 years. Now, can they duplicate that success? That remains to be seen. But they do have a lot of depth, with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis leading the way. Can they replicate the success? And no one's not going to be surprised anymore. Instead of being the hunters, they're now going to be one to hunt it in the West. So I'm looking forward to see if that team can duplicate what they did last season. Fans of the show, let me know what you think. Do you think that the Nuggets are still the team to beat in the league and in the conference? Will the Lakers, Suns, or any other teams that I mentioned make some noise in the West too? And do you think that Victor Wembanyama is worth the hype? Let me know what you think and post your comments on youtube.com/Talking Sports with TC. Well, folks, that concludes another edition of this program. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.